wish. And that's the question, is how tough these lawmakers are going to be on Sundar Pichai. And is this, you think, the first time we're going to see the Democrats really show their hand as to what they want to do with technology companies when they take the House in January?
Yeah, I think it should be very interesting. There's really two parts to the whole situation. One of them definitely has to do with suppression of conservative voices. Not that that's necessarily been proven, but that's something that the right's been working on. The other thing is a privacy issue, and that's a whole separate issue that kind of both people have a vast concern about. They talked about some vulnerabilities with their Google Plus network, but that was kind of a social network that never took much of a foothold. They haven't had any breach that's particularly catastrophic where your searches
500,000 plus members, though, Ian. That's a lot of folks that had their data exposed.
Yes, but it wasn't, for instance, that's not really what people use Google for. They use Google never in a social network sense. They use Google in terms of a search engine. Those things haven't really been exposed, where I think no one would really want to know what you Google search.
Right. Well, it's only a matter of time. You know, I mentioned the fact that the Dems could be giving us a hint of what their agenda is going to look like when it comes to technology companies, but it may be bipartisan. Listen to what Kevin McCarthy told Maria and what his concerns are about privacy.
There's no other company that has a greater control over the internet on searches than Google. And Google has not been coming to any of our hearings, whereas Twitter, Facebook, and others, 90% of all internet searches goes through Google.
Yeah, and he's got a good point, that they really haven't been on Capitol Hill like the other companies have.
Well, just to kind of separate that, that was kind of more of a social media hearing, and since they don't even really consider themselves a social network, that's why they weren't there per se. This is definitely their opportunity to kind of shine or not shine, and we'll see how Sundar does up there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the other question here for him, obviously, I mean, he's an engineer. This really isn't his comfort zone. He's not, I don't think it's easy to say, he's not really politically savvy in all of this. Do you think that he's going to be prepared to answer what's probably going to be a lot of tough questions about privacy, whether that's an issue with Google or not? A lot of times politicians don't care. They just want to kind of go on the attack, especially with cameras on.
Absolutely. I think this almost serves to their benefit, because he, you know, is coming from an engineer background. He's just speaking about the product. It's not about being well trained. There's something nice and refreshing about a fresh face that's not here, that hasn't been one of the lobbyists forever and knows the ins and outs. Our president was not particularly a person that came from a political background, and people find that refreshing. I think they'll find the same thing here.
Really quick, China. Do you think that he's going to get grilled on China today?
I think that's going to be part of it, but it doesn't. I don't think that's much of a buzz to the American public, and they will grandstand here. Okay. Naturally, they need to go there because they need to grow and they need to comply with the law.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of grandstanding, I'm sure. Ian Wishingrad, thank you, Ian.
Thank you for having me.
We want to let our folks know that are watching at home, you can